We're here. We're in the gym. Oh, I'm tired. It's 2:40. I've been here since 2. My phone had an update, so we're waiting because I can't play music. I got another hour cardio session today, so we're doing total of 1,000 calories a week on cardio. So it's usually an hour every other day, or it's like 20-30 minutes every day. So I'm accustomed to the hour every other day, so I have to do an hour today. About 300 or so calories at speed. It's either 6 or 7 on the Stairmaster. I tried the Assault Runner, not really a fan of it. I just feel like I'm there forever. I burn more in the less time on the Stairmaster. So today we have a pull day. New macros are adjusted. I don't even know how many days out we are. So we're gonna talk about the pull session, like keys for me for developing a better back, because my back has come a long way from where it was. Still has a long way to go, but in the time span that I have switched everything, it's come a long way. We're gonna explain macros, and we have to go shopping tonight. So pre's already kicked in. Let's get moving.
Alright, so this is pretty much going to be a quick voiceover of what we were doing for the workout. So you can see we did overhand grip, barbell rows. I think we did 3 sets of 8. The main control for this movement is throwing the hips back, keeping the weight on the back of my heels, and really just flaring my elbows, squeezing at the top, opening up the chest cavity. These have kind of been a staple. I was wearing a belt today, but I don't necessarily always need it. But today I felt a little bit sore in that manner. And I'm really keeping the elbows tight, really low rowing to get ultimate back activation. The flare helps to get the top of the back. And then we're moving up to pull-ups, which have always been a staple in terms of back width, at least for me. Rows and pull-ups have been the best development for my back, and again, development from a muscle structure and a standpoint. But again, in my opinion, you want to open up the chest cavity, get a nice strong grip, control the weight, control your body. That way you can literally execute and point your body to X movement and target X muscle groups. So that goes with anything. And then over by the single lat pull downs now, low rows, whatever you want to call them, set the bar really high, set the cables really high, come down and really squeeze. This is definitely not a pretty movement by any means, but it's definitely more of a stretch reflex. So learning how the lat works, really slowing it down, controlling both the eccentric and concentric part of the movement, to make sure we can concentrate on getting ultimate activation. And movements like these are special because they make you feel the muscle group. And then when you're doing stuff like rows or any other heavy compound movements, they'll transition over and let you mentally connect to that. So quick little voiceover. I'll probably do more of these in the future, but as of right now, because I always get copyrighted when I play the music, when I play this stuff over. So let's get back to the video and let's wrap this workout up. End up doing a little physique update here, so nothing crazy, just I'm always posing at the end of the workout of the routine, again, just to make sure I can activate either a new muscle group, get a new connection to the flow, to the beat, anything of that sort, to get more comfortable on stage. The best way to predict is to create, so trying to overcome all the variables and get really comfortable in my own shoes. That way when the time comes, I can properly execute to the best that I can and what I'm going through right now. Obviously, can it be better? Of course, it could always be better, but getting comfortable with the learning curve now, putting myself as much into an advantage spot as I can, and then we collect evidence, all the knowledge, and then we move forward from there. So now we can get back to the rest of the video. Oof. Alright, we're home. We finished with all over the place. Runs the market. We finished with lat pull down, unilateral, like high to low row to get the. Oh no, wait, I think I got that. I got that in the video.
So what did I show? Lat pull downs. Oh my God, what are they called? Pullovers with a kettlebell and face pulls. A face pull cluster set with a rope pull down as well. I just feel it a little differently because I feel like when I do the kettlebell pullover, it's more of a stretch, goes super light, and then on the cables, it's more, I can actually get more activation at the bottom of the movement. So the squeeze on my erectors and the lower lat, I can get on the rope pull down, as opposed to the kettlebell at the top, reaching all the way back, making sure your mobility is good, reaching all the way back and getting the stretch at the bottom, and then just kind of following through with the movement. It's more of a stretch than anything, but there's beauty behind stuff like that, so I implement it where I can. What did we get for the overhaul? Bunch of, I just had a shake. So we get fat-free cheese. We got, this is pretty much consistent with, this is the general consensus of the diet, what I'm about to show you, or the cut, whatever you want to call it. Sauces, egg whites, we got a whole bunch of shit. So I'm not gonna take the meats out, but we got chicken tenders, I believe. Gram of fat, 26 grams of protein, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so 1 gram of fat, 26 grams of protein, at 112 grams per serving. And then I got steak as well, my regular shredded steak, which is on the beefier side. So 6 grams of fat, 11 grams of protein. So what I'm thinking this week is steak, egg, and cheese in the morning. So egg whites. I am still using whole eggs. I love my whole eggs. I'm starting to implement egg whites. Maybe I'll take an egg or two out of the equation. And then when it comes to sauces, I got some here, but life hack, this is like a sweet and sour, but wait, what are the, so 2 grams of carbs, 0 protein. Hot sauce as well, gram of fat, gram of carbs, 0 protein. Peppers for volume. These are my carbs now. I used to do regular bagels, now we're doing that. And cinnamon swirl bagels toast as well. So the meals for the week, which I'll show you after, but I'm thinking kind of like a not a stir fry, but it's gonna be chicken, volume on peppers. We're going to swig up hot sauce and mayo, kind of achieve the spicy mayo combo, but we're doing it that way as opposed to getting something that's pre-made, because the pre-made spicy mayo or chipotle mayo, whatever you want to call it, is around 10 grams of fat. So I will literally just add mayo and add the hot sauce. The mayo that I have here, big life hack, right here. I don't know if you can read that. So 1 gram of fat and 1 gram of carb, 0 protein. And I love my tuna. So literally, and then like my Kodiak cakes. So not big on the carbs. Definitely more fat oriented. My only carbs are literally just the breads in the morning. But I love a sandwich for the morning sandwich, right? Bacon, egg, and cheese, steak, egg, and cheese, or even tuna with cheese on a bagel. And that's about it, honestly. As soon as I don't know. I mean, this has been really easy for me. I mean, I'm beating myself up, but this has been really easy for me in terms of the dieting and stuff like that. So even my core powers, they have 2 variants of the core powers, the Fairlife. There's one, they're both 26 grams of protein. There's one that's 28 grams of carb and one that's like 4 or 5 grams of carbs. So I'm currently on the 28 grams of carbs. So literally, right, we're getting deeper into the diet. So I'm going to start getting the less carb one. Same thing with cheese. I was on a cheese that was 6 protein, 7 fat. Now we're on a cheese that's 9 protein, no fat.
bagels, getting regular size 56 to 60 carb bagels. Now we're getting bagel thins that are literally half, I think it's like 23, 26, whatever it was. Bread, I'm still doing the same, right? Because like sometimes I'll switch it up. If I want a lower fat day, I'll go to a higher carb day. So we're keeping that around. And then just switching my meat up. Instead of going to, my go-to is usually steak. But now we're going to start doing chicken. I got about, a little over a month left, so I can sustain the chicken. I'm not a big chicken guy. I'm really not. That's why I've been holding out the steak as much as I can. And then a little life, and then like the whole eggs to egg whites, right? So just like little things, because you can still eat everything you want, right? The mayo, we went from regular mayo, which is 10 grams of fat, to light mayo, which is 3.5 grams of fat, to that olive dressing, avocado mayo, whatever the hell. I think it was just olive dressing, not avocado. Olive dressing, which is 1 gram, 1 carb. So you can still eat the same stuff. It's just there's literally healthier options out there. And I'm not going to Trader Joe's. I'm not going to Whole Foods. I'm not going to Grandma's Garden that no one has access to. I'm literally going to ShopRite. They're all over the world. Or Stop and Shop, one or the other. I was getting confused. But they're literally everywhere. And it's just making more conscious decision now. Am I hungry? Am I this? Am I that? Yeah, of course, right? It's part of the, the consensus. But even, right, I mean, the gym session wasn't so great today. Again, I had to work out a regular time because I joke around. I say regular people hours, but ideally I would like to go super early or super late. But sometimes my body, I have to adjust in terms of rest and recovery and all that stuff. That's definitely my biggest learning curve. It's not the eating. That to me, that shit's easy. Because that's just literally counting and consuming. Cardio, we're at about 1,000 calories a week, which I think I told you guys that in the gym. Just little mind switches like that. Now, mentally, is it draining? Yeah. Physically, am I fucked? Yeah. I mean, we're pretty much now. It's crunch time. Realistically, most of my work is done. But even that little physique update that I just did, I'm doing that every day. You guys don't see it, but that's every day I'm doing that shit. Just to keep myself in check, keep myself in mind. Now, do I change day to day? No, but I do it day to day. Does this feel more comfortable, or can I engage erectors more? This is actually the first time I was able to. I almost cramped up in the video, but my erectors, right, the Christmas tree, on the lower back, I was able to access that today. And by access that, I mean not that it was not like newly found, but I'm able to now mentally make a connection, and what I should feel in my body, what I should get tight. And it actually came from my glutes. I had to literally squeeze my glutes to get my lower back tighter. So just little shit like that I'm doing every day that like I'm just tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. Because again, I don't have the ability to gain the mass now. So what can I control? It's going to be conditioning, and I plan on bringing a ridiculous fucking package to the table. I think, in my opinion, like once the show is over, granted, if I want to do another one. Which on the total consensus, I believe I want to, but it's mass, and I don't have that now. I'm a small figured kid, which again, I'm not. The reason why bodybuilding is hard is because it's muscle maturity. You won't develop this shit overnight. Powerlifting is a little different. You can kind of get on like a 12-week program or like a 24-week program, and you can peak pretty efficiently. Like realistically, you can't get on a 12-week bodybuilding program and like look amazing, because if your foundation isn't set up, you're not doing the proper movements, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And powerlifting has its perks too, but again, the reason why I wanted to do both is to gauge which is harder, which takes more discipline. And the reality is they both learn in and of each other. One's not better than the other. One's not more childish, or not childish, but one doesn't take more guts or this or that, whatever ego bullshit you hear out there. You can learn from each other. And that's my whole nine with that. So I don't want to talk too much. 10 minutes, I can talk. We are literally going to set everything up for the week right now, and I will show you them when they're done, and I'll tell you, I do have the macros set up for the remainder, if I have to tweak a little bit, but I'm pretty sure this is where I'm running through in terms of macros and stuff like that. I'll share that with you guys, and then show and date I will reveal at the end of the video, because I know a lot of guys are asking, and I want to let you guys know. I'd be really shocked if anybody made an effort, because it's not local. That was the idea. I wanted to get away from home. I don't want anybody to know me. I want to just go out there, be by myself. Whoever wants to come can come, but I had to get away. But yeah, I'm gonna go make the meals. It's around 6 o'clock. And actually I have to cook one more meal too, so I'll show you the final meal and then meals for the week and macros for the rest of the prep. Okay, so the meal for tomorrow, which I'm going to show you right now, those are the macros. So I actually even ended up counting. Let's go back for a second. So instead of actually getting spicy mayo or like chipotle mayo, I actually just did 2 servings of Frank's Red Hot and 4 servings of this impeccable macro mayo. And this is actually the steak I'm gonna make tomorrow because I'm not really in a rush. But this is the meal, right? Literally 6 ounces of chicken and 100 grams of the peppers that I showed you, and those are the macros on the screen. I'll honestly probably throw a serving of cheese on it, which will make it 49. So that's actually a 300 calorie meal right there. Hold on, sorry, let's go back to tomorrow. Yeah, 300 calories. That's literally perfect. So the steak I didn't make tonight, because it's now 8 o'clock. I have to shower and eat. I have to make a meal tonight. I'm making pancakes and eggs tonight. I will make the steak tomorrow. So the steak is gonna be most likely steak, egg, and cheese on either the bagel or the thin bagels that I showed you, or the cinnamon swirl, pepperidge toast, and then I'll kind of bounce back and forth between pancakes in the morning, pancake eggs in the morning, or steak, egg, and cheese, because they will have ideally the same amount of carbs. Carbs are higher in the pancakes, and there's no carbs in the steak, but there will be carbs in the toast. So ideally it should balance out. So I'll bounce back and forth between those two. That's about 4 meals, so that'll take me through. So tonight's over, so this will take me through Saturday. So this is pretty much what I'm eating Saturday. And so macros for the foreseeable future until I decide to change. So 175 grams of protein, 175 grams of carbs, and 67 fat. Now today I went over in carbs and lower in fat. So for example, I went over a little in carbs, and I'm gonna keep fats at 50. So like if I foresee, protein's always the same. So if I see I'm gonna have a higher carb day, like today was a little weird because I had no meals, so I was just eating whatever was around the house. So I had to make as I was going. Now pretty much all the macros that what I made tonight and what's gonna be done moving forward, it's gonna be the same exact for the next 4 days because they're all prepped, they're all accounted for. I'm eating the same thing for the next 4 days, and then Saturday we switch everything up. So whenever I decide to go higher carb, I'll lower the fats, and then whenever I'm higher fat, I'll do the lower carb. So the macros are set up for more fat friendly. For me personally, I like more of the fats than the carbs. I can kind of just ditch the carbs. The only carbs I do are the bagels that you guys saw, and maybe the toast and the pancakes. But even at that rate, it's still sub 200 grams of carbs, even eating both of them. That's it. And then I'll have the big, it's almost like it's almost a keto meal. Most of my carbs are from the peppers, but it's only 10-15 carbs, and then the meats. So that's about it, and then whatever sauces. So not a big rice guy, not a big potato guy. Big on breakfast. But yes, we're gonna wrap tonight up here because I gotta get ready for the morning. Gotta make my last meal, get ready for the morning, and then I will let you guys know tomorrow. Show timing, prep, where I'm jumping into, where I'm going. I mentioned it in the last video, but I didn't tell you guys what weight class, how I'm planning everything out, and we will take it from there. So we'll see you guys in the AM. Just in. Are you gonna drop it? Woof. Another woofers. There's so much shit in my hands. Come here. Woof. Come here. Sorry, I got a package. Come here.
flippers. She didn't even get it. Lazy. Guys, we're home. So meals are made. And so what did I want to say? This is the show I'm doing. I was gonna do this sign up like with you guys, like, oh, we're, you know, like, right, for YouTube stuff. But it's actually, you guys are gonna know it as soon as I say it, but it's actually Christian's show. So Christian Guzman, which is, did he put it up? Let's see. So let's just go to, or what is it? Is this summer shredding? So here we go. So I will be doing October 30th summer shredding in Stafford, Texas. So right, if we go enter now, there's, hold on. Right, so summer shredding. Let's do this. Summer shredding classic. We're not doing classic physique. We're doing bodybuilding. And then obviously there's different classes and everything. Or I can do bikini like a bitch, independent bitch that I am. But yeah, October 30th. Right, that's the price and everything. I have to pick out. What I haven't done yet is song. I think I know what song I want to do. And I think briefs I haven't figured out as well. I think any color goes. Tanning and all that shit. So it's gonna be a first time for everything. It is really weird. But we just, yeah, we're going to learn. We're going to draw a line in the sand and see if I want to keep doing it. Then we go from there, and then we onward and upward from there. I'm already excited for the bulk if I do want to do it again. But the but we're kind of taking it as we go. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I am process oriented, but I don't. A lot of the times when I'm doing that, I forget the journey. So a lot of the times I'm just like, whatever it takes, and like I'm not enjoying the very things that like I hoped and wished for yesterday. So like the reality of it is I'm so like big picture oriented that a lot of the times it doesn't matter what I'm going through, good or bad, and that's not really a good thing all the time. Because like when it's like a rough part, like rough terrain, trenches and all that of the journey, I'm like, all right, well, it's for the higher good or the higher purpose. But then like sometimes the journey be going so well, like I hit, when I was posing the other day, just everything felt more comfortable. I started to activate a lot more, and like I took that little win, and I was just like, all right, that's great. But like, so like my advice is when it gets hard, focus on the big picture. But like when you're going through it and you're getting those little goals, those little plans checked off and going along the way, take time to celebrate those. Don't go crazy, but take time to celebrate those. They're important. So that's what we're closing this video out. A lot of good stuff. The next video, I will explain my leg days, and it'll be a leg day and actually a full day in the life of like eating. So it'll probably be what I bought yesterday, or like in the earlier into this clip, it'll be what I bought there, but I'll literally show you guys how I'm making the meals, scaling it, weighing it, this and that, because a lot of people are still confused on that. So like just gonna elaborate as much as I can, and literally show you my macros for that one day, and do a training session as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is gonna get fun. I'm excited, and we will catch you guys in the next video.